From the Canadian Broadcasting Centre, The National, with Peter Mansbridge. What? Couldn't make it in. The National, with Alison Smith. Stuck in a snowbank? What about Paul Hunter? Frostbite on his what? Wendy Mesley? Her hair snapped off. Ooh. From the Canadian Broadcasting Centre, The National, with local weatherman Wally Mumford.
Good evening. Tonight's broadcast is taking place outside because the doors to the studio are frozen shut. Winter conditions continue to sweep the country. The extremes of cold and snow have prompted Ford to introduce a brand new SUV, the dog sled. The shipping company owned by Paul Martin received $161 million from government, a far higher figure than the government's estimate last year of $137,000. The Prime Minister was quick to respond, saying, "What's this country coming to if we're going to quibble about a measly difference of $160,863,000? I'm going to have him do my taxes this year." Earlier this week, Prime Minister Martin canceled the $750 million Iraqi debt to Canada, but still refused to give much-needed money to Canadian cities. In a related story, Toronto, Vancouver, and Halifax have applied to Iraq for funding. Our next story. It's cold. Former Ontario Premier Ernie Eves is stepping down as Conservative leader. Asked what he would do next, Eves was philosophical, saying, "I'm still pretty young. There are still plenty of other provinces I can wreck." Insiders say Eves has a lot in common with Ben and J-Lo. Both lasted less than 2 years, and everyone cheered when they called it quits. Now for a special weather report, we go live to Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Oh, looks like it's clearing up there. Well, let's hope that good weather is headed our way. Elsewhere, Quebec's AAA Midget Hockey League is the first regional league to test its players for performance-enhancing drugs. Already a number of kids have tested positive for Pez. More of The National after this. Tonight's news is brought to you by the headache medicine all parents with a teenager and a sound system need. Advil Levine. Ooh. Welcome back. I'm weather guy Wally Mumford, sitting in for Wendy Mesley, sitting in for Paul Hunter, sitting in for Alison Smith, sitting in for Peter Mansbridge. Man, it's cold. Prime Minister Ariel Sharon of Israel has been accused of accepting bribes and may have to step down. He's already received one job offer, Israel's delegate to the International Olympic Committee. Let's go to Regina now for an update on the weather there. Not to worry, that storm should be over by June. In other news, where's my hot chocolate? Oh, thank you. The second Mars rover continues to work. Its primary mission, find out what happened to the first Mars rover. When the first rover stopped working, nobody knew where it was or when it would be doing its job again. As a consequence, when Spirit is finished on Mars, it'll be sent to Canada where it'll work as a bank teller. Scientists have spent billions to send those two rovers to Mars to transmit pictures of barren, desolate, flat, lifeless land. If that's all they wanted, they could have just sent the rover to Saskatchewan. The Liberal Party is calling for an inquiry into the Arar case. Here with a report is Hannah Gartner.
Wally? The Deputy Prime Minister Anne McClelland. She's cold. Announced a public inquiry into the detained guy. The inquiry will determine that the role the RCMP played. I'm freezing my nibs off here. when they raided the reporter Juliet O'Neill's home. Oh, screw it.
Thanks for that report, Hannah. Fill up the hot tub. I'll join you later. Time now to see how they're coping in Montreal. The latest report from Environment Canada sets the current temperature with wind chill at minus 45 degrees Celsius. Experts warn us at this temperature, skin will freeze in less than 2 minutes. For the National, I'm Wally. Oh, God. Hey, I can't feel my legs. Hey, somebody.
Peter Mansbridge will be back tomorrow if the search party can find him.